All right, my friends, it is that time once again, guild battle time here as we take on the Red Velvet Dragon, Living Abyss here today in Destiny's Flight 19-2, and we get a chance to contribute to our guilds. I absolutely love this as the #1 free-to-play player. Gives us great rewards every time, and we get to contribute to our community, your community, the guild community. With that, thank you for tuning in here today. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow such an amazing community, my friends. We just hit 25,000 subs. That's crazy. Millions of you watch the channel every month, and 5% of you like and subscribe, so make sure that you do that. Now, if you got a question or comment along the way, do let me know, or feel free to find us in our amazing community at Discord server, my friends. Lots of great guilds there as well if you're a player looking for guilds or guilds looking for players. And additionally, my friends, on top of that, we just dropped 3 open slots. As you can see, we're in the top 1,000, so get in it while it's hot. All right, and we are on Hollyberry if you are curious. All right, so here we go today. We got Red Velvet Dragon underway. First and foremost, let's go ahead and take a look. As we get into it, we still have the Red Velvet Dragon reflects damage back to the attacker, so this is very key on how you build your team, and then after 200 adds additional damage there. We are at level 84. So what does that mean in terms of our team ideas? We have 2. We got a poison team here with the lovely Shadow Milk, and then we got a darkness team here as well with Dark Cacao and Mystic Flower. Now, if you hit apply, it will apply that team for you, and it will use everything in the one slot. If you don't have it, it'll leave it blank. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and look at our team. Today we are using the Shadow Milk team. However, what we've done is we've pulled Notch out and we've added in Rebel Cookie instead, and we'll walk through this build for you here. Additionally, we have our treasures that we had up there before: the Old Pilgrim Scroll, Dream Conductor's Whistle, and Sleepyhead's Jelly Watch. Now, this team really focuses around that poison damage. We also have the lovely Black Sapphire here. This thing will heal your team. Very, very helpful from that perspective. And then let's go ahead and take a look at our gear. Here, you do want to be on Solid Almond for survivability with Rebel Cookie. If early out of the gates, you might want to try attack or cooldown. Those are 2 other options. If you need to, you can also move over to more damage resist and HP to survive there. So just calling out a couple key pieces. On Shadow Milk, we're going to be full attack and cooldown. Here on our Prune Juice, we will be on cooldown, getting lots and lots of stacks and poison focus there. Here we're on attack, lots of attack, and then last but not least, Solid Almond for survivability and damage resist survivability. You could try to be a little bit more attack forward, but it's going to really depend on the level. Right now, because we're not as far into the levels on the dragon, you might be able to swing it. So you can always try it first and then move into a more defensive oriented, survivability oriented team. However, we're going to run it with this one here, so let's go for it here today, my friends. It's time to go after our Red Velvet Dragon. Now what you'll find is Shadow Milk should get taken out, and then once that happens, so very close there, you're going to hit all that extra moveset just like that, and this is really what's going to crank everything, as you can see and find here. And look at those poison stacks. Pretty awesome. Just absolutely crushing this thing. Dealing that damage. Getting everything in there. Underway. And let's go, team. Perfect. Look at that. Now, you can certainly slow it down if you want to. Almost 3 billion damage there for us. If we get a little bit more attack oriented, a little bit more able to get through that and survive, that score would definitely go up even more, my friends. All right, so that is our Red Velvet Dragon team there for you today. Now it's time for us to move over to Living Abyss. However, once again, if you got a question or comment, do let us know. All right, when it comes to Living Abyss, a couple things here. This has got Vampiric Bite. Lots of damage there from that perspective. Additionally here, Abysmal Hive, which it produces these oozes, so essentially summoned units, which makes this team absolutely deadly and stunning, and we'll talk about that a little bit. The other thing that you do want to be aware of is this, or is it Devour here? Devour is the target with the highest HP. I'll come back to this in a second here. Now, in terms of your team ideas, we got 2 team ideas here. We got the Wedding Cake team, and we got a Frost-oriented team. Ours is a combination of this plus our friend Eternal Sugar. So, like I said before, if you want to use one of those, just hit add, and we'll put the team into play here for you, and then you can move things around. Here we're on our attack, we're on our whistle, and we are on Librarian's Enchanted Robes. What we found by playing this team is adding Eternal and the lovely Black Forest Eternal's going to get eaten or Black Force is going to get eaten, so you can keep dealing that damage because of that health. And it's super crucial and key to making it through and doing lots and lots of damage just by having these two. Almost more than doubled my team, which is why we use this one. All right, and then we got everything else there. So the Wedding Team, Eternal, and the electric damage. In terms of our gear here, we're actually on attack. We can be on attack because of the fact that I think Eternal Sugar will get eaten, so you can keep that in mind. If not, then move over to Solid Almond. Very attack forward. We can move this over here to more attack if we wanted to too. So that's something to keep in mind. That will give us a higher score. Here we got lots of attack. You can move over survivability there. If we want to. Here we're on lots of crit, so getting more crit here would be even better. Here we have cooldown and speed, and then here we got crits and lots of electric damage. More electric damage here is also certainly even more helpful from that perspective, and crit. All right, and even crit just because of the fact that we don't have Stormbringer in here to drive that electric crit even higher, which is one of the major reasons why you want to keep that crit moving on these teams in particular from that perspective. All right, maybe you want to try a Stormbringer team, by the way. All right, so here we go, my friends. Looking good. Let's go ahead and take a crack at our Living Abyss here. All right, we are on it. 138 with the team. All right, look at that damage. Look at that damage. And here it comes. Devour, as you can see right behind me, getting Eternal Sugar back, and then allowing our Black Forest Cookie to continue to deal damage. Very nice, very nice. Look at that. Ooh, there it is. Check it out. Check it out. 6 billion damage, my friends. So awesome right there. And that is a powerhouse against the Living Abyss. One of my favorite teams. We have a lot of fun with this one. I absolutely, positively love this setup the best when it comes to Red Velvet Dragon and Living Abyss, just because we can fully auto, my friends. That's right. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode and session all around our guild battles. You're set to contribute for your guild. And if you still have a question, you got a comment, let me know. Love to hear from you and love to see you in that community and Discord server, like I said. Now, additionally, thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs. 25,000. Incredible and crazy, ridiculous. Thank you to all of you. And don't forget, we got memberships available too. It's a great way to support the channel, get some cool stuff. With that, additionally, we got swag and merch and our affiliate links that you can take a look at. All great ways to support, and I truly do appreciate it. With that, get out there, enjoy your guild battle, Destiny's Flight 19-2. It's all yours, my friends, and until next time, keep on running.